I'm joined now by head coach Jim Gatewood of the McKinney North Bulldogs baseball team. We're going to talk some Bulldogs baseball. They're 17-8-1 overall in the year. They finished 8-6 in district play for third and 13-4A, and it was a very, very competitive district this year, Coach.
Yeah, we started off good. We were 5-2 the first half of the district, and we lost a one-run game late and kind of got us going in the wrong direction, and got some guys hurt the second half, and we got off to a good start, but the district was really strong, and we were just glad to get in at the end.
In the non-district games, you played a lot of the top teams in the area. You beat a lot of them. You lost a couple to them. But what did you see how the non-district play from your team that gave you confidence that they could have another good season this year?
Well, I thought we played good early. We beat a good Liberty team to win the second tournament we were in. And we got off to a good start. We didn't swing the bat as well as I wanted to early in the year, but we were pitching really well and winning 2-1, 3-0, low-scoring games. And I liked that, and I thought that would help us as we got into the meat of the schedule and we got into the playoffs later. But, as of late, we've got banged up a little bit. And so we're starting to swing the bats better, but we've kind of, having to go to our third and fourth guys on the mound. And so everything's kind of balancing out for us a little bit.
Gabe Constantine has had to do a lot for you on the mound. He's your number one, and especially with a couple guys in the rotation being lost this year that have a chance to come back, as you were telling me. But he's had to be kind of throughout district, the guy to get you those wins that you needed.
Yeah, he's very good. He was very good last year, and first team all-district player last year for us as a sophomore. And, won some big games for us last year. Has done the same thing this year. It's nice to have just a steady guy, an ace that that no matter what's going on, he's going to step up there and give you a good outing and give you a great chance to win. He's done that ever since he got here.
Were you at all worried about him going into the baseball season, the fact that Coach Fetchy threw him into some games in football at quarterback, worried about him taking a big hit or anything like that?
No, we've always been able to have guys that do both, and we've had great success with guys that have done that, and a lot of guys are, the guy at Wiley East, he's a quarterback, and some other guys in the league, and we've had some good guys in the district here who were quarterbacks, and so that's not a problem to me. I kind of like that they do that and keep them competing and doing things all year long. I think it's good for our program.
You've had some outstanding pitching this year. Luke Bay did a terrific job for you through the first half of the season. He's trying to battle back from an injury, and Carter Camp has filled in nicely. Tate Frodsham has filled in nicely, and you have Palmer Wenzel, who's had 7 saves this year.
Yeah, we're very blessed to have a deep pitching staff. We went into the year feeling like we would go with Constantine and Pope was hurt this summer and was never able to get back, and he was 10-0 for us last year and was a great pitcher. But Luke stepped up and pitched very well for us early, and he's a little banged up now, and so Carter Camp has stepped up, and like you said, Tate has pitched well out of the pen, and we'll move him and start him probably one of these games this weekend. And Palmer Wenzel is a guy we dropped down and has closed for us and had great success, and so we're very lucky that we did have a pitching staff that was deep going into this, and they've done a great job for us all year long.
And tell me a little bit about Preston Spears, who has been a potent offensive guy for this year, hitting several home runs, really turning in a great performance.
Got off to a great start, probably the best start of anybody we've ever had here in a long time. Hit 4 home runs early and was just crushing the ball, and just has been a solid guy for us in the middle of the lineup all year long. And he's played in a lot of big games here, like Montana and Gabe and all those guys in our lineup. And so, they're kind of battle tested, and they know what to do and know how to handle the ups and downs. And he's had a great year for us.
Let's go ahead and get into this first round playoff matchup that you have. You're taking on Longview Pine Tree. The games are all at 7 o'clock at night. You have Thursday at Pine Tree. Friday will be here at North. And then if you need game 3 on Saturday, that'll be in Mesquite at their Tillery Field. So going into this first round playoff series, what are you expecting from both your team and their team?
Well, they're very good. We've seen them 2 or 3 times, and in fact, we saw them Thursday night down there, and they won the league last year and made a run in the playoffs and got a lot of guys back. They're strong on the mound. They've got a couple of hitters back from their lineup last year, and so it's not like we're playing a team that hadn't been in the playoffs before or a team that's not in a very good league. They're very good, and they're very well coached, and we'll have to play well, and hopefully we will, and we can get guys healthy and play well this weekend.
Last year you had an outstanding season, and you had that rough playoff series against Waxahachie, another strong team, and it was just one of those unfortunate things where the way seeding works out, sometimes you get two teams that could go deep in the playoffs match up pretty early on. This year I'm sure your team is very motivated to get not only beyond that area round, but make a run to the regional tournament and possibly stay.
Yeah, I think so. We've thought about that all year. We've talked about it from day one about, you know, we just want to take care of business and make sure we're where we're, you know, get in the playoffs and play well and make a good run. And it's, you know, with the playoffs, a lot of it has to do with where you, you know, who you match up with, and you may be having a great year and run into a guy like we did last year who was just dominant and who shut us down. But there's some luck involved in it, but at the same time, you just got to go out and take care of your business and play hard, prepare for it, and give yourself a chance.
And when you're preparing for the opposition and they have some strong pitching, like you face in district with Garrett McKinney at Wiley East, for instance, it seems like sometimes pitchers can really be the difference makers in the playoffs if you got that one or two guy that can go out and shut people down. From an offensive perspective, when you're going up against pitchers that are used to throwing games where they only give up 1 or 2 runs, does that change kind of their mindset going into the game? Do you try to play a little more small ball?
Well, yeah, you will. And you just it changes your approach and it changes your mindset when you come to the plate. Most of those guys who are real good like that, they throw a lot of strikes, you know. They may be, you know, have a lot of velocity or they, you know, whatever they are. You try to adapt your game plan and how you're going to approach that game. If it's a guy that throws a lot of strikes, you try to get him early in the count. If it's a guy that's got a good 2-strike breaking ball, and you try to get them, you know, before they can get to that. And just sometimes you're more aggressive, especially with those good guys. You get up there and try to, you know, get them as quick as you can.
And with this year's group, what has been the most enjoyable part about coaching them?
I just enjoy it. We've been around a lot, been with them a lot. You know, last year we were 27-3 and had a great team and had a lot of those guys back. And so, and then we've also had some guys step up to take some spots of some key guys that we lost. And they practice hard every day and work hard. And I enjoy what they bring every night, because sometimes you have a team that you got to motivate and you got to get after. But these guys are good guys and good players who love the game and have a lot of pride in the tradition that we have in North, and a great group to coach.
Coach Gatewood, thanks again for making some time to stop by and join us today, and good luck to you in the playoffs.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Again, that playoff series for McKinney North against Longview Pine Tree, Game 1 Thursday night, 7 o'clock in Longview. Game 2 Friday at 7 o'clock here at McKinney North, and then if Game 3 is necessary, it'll be Saturday at 7 o'clock in Mesquite at Tillery Field. That's about all the time we have for today's Sports Talk. We have an update on the softball playoffs for you. Boyd is through to the area round after easily dispatching Berkner 10-0 in a 1-game series. They'll play a best 2 out of 3 against Rowlett in the area round beginning Thursday night at 7 at Lovejoy High School. North unfortunately continued their playoff woes against the East Texas teams as they were swept by Texas High this past weekend, 8-3 and 2-0 the final score. Until next time, from all of us here at Sports Talk, I'm Tyler Sloan. Have a great week.